Hey, so do you ever find that sometimes your child seems a little over irritable or has a short fuse? Or maybe they're not sleeping well, having maybe a lot of tummy aches, things like this. Well, these are all signs that your child may have stress. And while we don't often think about stress in children, actually it's something that is a growing problem and manifests in many different ways. And obviously, a child may not even know, maybe may not even have the words for it, but may just have, you know, like I said, irritability, low tolerance for activities, maybe very clingy. The tummy aches are a big one. A lot of times children will have stomach aches for no reason, and it may be stress. And so why is this important? So this is Childhood Obesity Week, and all week I've been sharing tips about how to address this issue in our children. And stress is one of those lifestyle factors that has a huge effect on weight. Stress can elevate our cortisol levels, in children, which can cause cravings for sweet, salty things, can cause, snacking as a way to manage that dysregulation. Sometimes it causes sleep impairment. This can elevate insulin levels, cause weight gain, along those lines. So what can we do? So first thing is just to look, be curious, does your child seem like something is wrong? And maybe you're thinking they're having a behavioral issue and you're wondering why are they behaving this way? Sometimes that stress is the root cause. So simple things, hugs, lots of hugs. Hugs release oxytocin and the happy hormone. And so that's one way to just immediately lower the stress in the body. Maybe that's not accessible at this time, but things like exercise works on many different ways to lower stress. Just the movement itself, but also being outside in nature. Other things are making sure that your child is getting good sleep. Sleep is so important, and I'll talk about that more another day. But protecting that bedtime, making sure that your child is getting that 9 hours of sleep at night as needed. Another big one I have to talk about is the screen time. So we know that these devices are so powerful and give us so much information, and they're a great tool. But unfortunately, they are engineered to keep us distracted, and different websites are engineered to keep your child engaged. And we know that this engagement causes anxiety. There is ample data to show that screen time can be, associated with anxiety and stress. So cutting back on screen time or putting limits on screen time, talking about it, as your child gets older, making those limits together. And I can post some resources on limiting screen time in the comments here. But just keep in mind, the other important thing to realize is that the blue screen does affect your sleep. So making sure, at least at bedtime, that time between bed and screen time is at least an hour, if not more. Another great stress reducing tip is breathing. And one of the things I taught my children to do when they were younger, and I teach a lot of my patients to do, is box breathing. It's one of my favorite breathing methods. There are many different breathing methods, but the benefits of breathing or slow breathing or even paying attention to your breath, it stimulates your vagus nerve, and so immediately slows your heart rate and lowers those stress levels physically. So box breathing is when you breathe in for 4, you hold it for 4 counts, you breathe out for 4 counts, you hold it for 4 counts again. And if you repeat that 3 to 5 times, you will immediately see, and I encourage you to try that after you're done watching this video, you'll immediately see a benefit. So I hope this was helpful. These are tips and things that I help my patients manage. If you are struggling with stress or another chronic disease that may be influenced by lifestyle, I will argue that all chronic diseases are influenced by lifestyle. Feel free to book a discovery call. My goal is to make lifestyle sustainable, easy, and accessible. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next in the series. Click the link below to book a discovery call and check the caption for resources. If this was helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe.